Hello. Yes, you know what's coming. Hola, aloha, ciao, salut, ni hao, namaste, ohayo, yagamashima, здравствуйте, привет, also bunna. Yes, Dzień dobry, hello from Germany, and Xin Chao, salam alaikum, and marhaban. I think I've included all the languages in there. Welcome to my channel. My name is Brunel. Welcome to all of you across the world. So Bobbi Brown have got a new foundation out. I received an email from them saying it's here. Yay! And it's this baby here. Voila. This is the Long Wear Weightless foundation with SPF 15. It is full cover, oil free, shine control, and let's just read you the claims. It says here, and it is also, by the way, it's only exclusive to John Lewis. So you can buy it in store at John Lewis if they've got a Bobbi Brown counter, or you buy it at John Lewis online. That is it. It's not available anywhere else, not even on the Bobbi Brown website itself. The cost is £31, and in here you have got 30 ml or 1 fluid ounce. It's a glass container with a pump, and these are the claim. It says, what is it? A 16-hour wear full coverage foundation with a natural multi-dimensional matte finish that's comfortable, breathable, and weightless. It says what it does. Created through a high-speed cold fusion process, this ultra silky emulsion features a perfectly balanced blend of skin-loving ingredients, oil-controlling activities, and skin-true pigments with 16-hour wear. Incredibly smooth and blendable, it glides on with a second skin feel and multi-dimensional matte finished. Pigments are precisely balanced through artistry, expertise, to skin's top tones and undertones to deliver the most natural look shade range for all skin tones. Comes in 30 shades. Well, so many claims. And from the email, which I cannot find, so it's so weird, it disappeared from my email list. Basically, it said it was 16-hour wear. It corrected your hyperpigmentation itself. It stayed matte but not flat. It became a natural second skin tone with your skin and blended in. It was also sweat proof and waterproof as well, and obviously, as I said, it has oil control as well. So it is for you know, if it's mattifying, it has oil control. Clearly it is for very oily, for oily skin. I am an extremely oily person, so we are going to do a long wear test of 12 hours, not 16. I haven't got enough hours in a day. I do want to go to bed, thank you. So 12-hour wear is what we're going to do. At the end of it, we're going to see just how shiny it is. We are also going to test out the waterproof as well, splash about in water and see if it is really waterproof. It did also claim to say that it did not actually separate, that it would stay in place, and that it also it didn't not transfer. Actually, to be fair, I was just going to say it didn't transfer, but no, it didn't say that. It said it did not, it wouldn't separate, and it wouldn't crease into your crease lines either. It says nice and smooth and matte. Okay, so we are going to test that out, and let's just get into the video. All right, we're going to crack on because it's going to be a very, very long day. The time now, as you can see, it is 9:15. Woo! We've got until at least 9:15 this evening to go for the 12-hour mark. And what I'm going to do is actually use the sample that I've got rather than the bottle itself, just in case I don't like it. I can return it and get my money back. So good. So it says here color shade number Almond 7, number 7. So we're just going to use that. I'm using a sponge. That's my preferred method. I know that I'm trying to move my mirror so it's out of your way. But that's the method that I prefer rather than actually using a brush. So you might be better off with a brush. I don't know. Also, what else? On my face, eyebrows already done, and also I've only got a primer on, which is the Becca Evermatte Poreless Primer. I use a primer with any foundation that I always use anyway. It makes no difference. But I've not done any color correcting or anything because this foundation claims to be able to correct everything. So we are going to try it out that way and see. So let's see consistency wise, I'm just using something, so I'm gonna show it at the back of my hand so you can see how thick it is. Ooh, there's a lot of red in this foundation. Right, so it doesn't move, it's very thick. It's not as thick as the Huda one, but it's not far off, so it doesn't move anywhere at all. That's probably be like a smaller, probably that'll probably be about a pump, one pump. And let's see how far this goes. So taking into account that it's this is slightly damp sponge, it's going to shear out some of the product, but we're going to see just how well it covers. It's meant to cover pores as well. So far, whoa, this disappears into the skin so easy. Okay, all right. It really gets absorbed into your skin. Do you see that? Oh my God. Ooh. So far, so good. I'm so... Let me see if it covers any hyperpigmentation that I've got and smooths out the skin. This is really, I am impressed by this. It looks so natural. It's really, really weird. I like it so far. I like it very much. Okay, so this is what my face looks like, and this is more like 1.5 to 2, but 2 pumps. But taking into account that the sponge shares out the foundation, I'd say it's about 1.5 pumps. And it isn't the most full-on bam kind of coverage I've had. And again, I'm comparing it to the Huda Beauty one, which is really, really full coverage. So if you're kind of like full coverage, it doesn't feel as if there's just too much of it. So far, so good. This foundation does it. Yeah, and it does look, it feels super light, as if there's nothing on my face whatsoever. I think it kind of blends in and looks a bit more natural. It might be slightly darker because it I think it oxidizes as well, so we shall see. But this is what it looks like. There is a slight kind of I can still see my skin sort of underneath actually. So really, it's not the fullest coverage at all. I can still see some kind of discoloration around here, but I usually color correct here, but I decided not to because the foundation claims to be able to color correct as well. Yeah, but it does look really, really natural. With regards to the pores, it has made a slight difference, but not massively. I mean, it hasn't closed up all the pores. I've got some slight pores here, and I always have some here as well, but it's not bad at all. It definitely doesn't emphasize the pores, that's for sure. But it's not making a massive difference. It's not bad. I like the fact that it looks very, very natural. Anyway, so I'm gonna go and finish off the rest of my face, and then we'll test it out throughout the day. So back in a mo. Here's my face all done. Okay, so I'm going to come back in a few hours and see whether it gets really, really oily and just give you guys an update. So what are my thoughts so far? It is so light. It literally, like, you forget that it's on your skin. It is absolutely beautiful. It blends in and becomes a really natural coverage. I love that about it. So far, I am loving this foundation. I just cross my fingers because it is not super mattifying. I did say it's more of a soft matte. I do see like a little bit of shine already on my skin, but I'm an extremely oily person. I'm hoping that that stays that way for as long as possible. When it comes to the fact that it's full coverage, yes it is, but in my opinion, if you've got lots of hyperpigmentation, you will still need to color correct, despite the fact that the foundation claims to be able to color correct all for you. I would say that you will need to color correct. If you just got little marks here and there, you can get away with this. It is buildable, although I did not build it up to 1.5 to basically what I would class as 2 pumps, but because I was using a damp sponge, you have to take into account that that takes away some of the product. So I would say about 1.5 pump more was there. What covered my face. So we shall see how long it lasts for. I will be back in the next 4, maybe 5 hours, and we'll see an update and see how it's looking. I've got high hopes for this. I am so hoping that this works. It is beautiful so far. Hey, checking in time. We are at the 5-hour mark. As you can see, it is 14:28. You can see the shine here. The main bit of the shine is there, but especially on the side of my nose. I have been out in the elements. It is windy as hell out there. Oh my God. Thank goodness my wig is glued in place at the front. Otherwise, I would have been chasing that thing down the road and I would have chased it. Mine. I bought it. My money. I'm keeping it. What else would I be doing? What's the alternative? Walk around without a wig on? I don't think so. So moving on and stack that in place. But although it is cold out here in London, today is one of the slightly warmer days. Apparently 13 degrees. That doesn't feel like it. It feels more like 11, 10 degrees. However, I've been in a car. I've been feeling really cold and I've put the heaters on full blast, hot air on my face. I went somewhere where they had like a laundrette thing. So it was super, super, super hot. I've been able to test the heat part of it, and that's the reason why you see me feeling oily, but it's not feeling bad at all. It's not feeling as if, you know, feeling that icky horrible feeling where you now start feeling, when you start feeling the foundation on your face. Still feels lightweight as anything. I absolutely love the finish on this so far. Yes, it's a bit more oily, but you know what, at the end of the day, I'm an extremely oily person. If you are less oily and you just got T-zoned, so far you would be fine with this. So I'm not going to blot. What I'm going to, well, actually, I'm sort of going to blot. I'm going to use this brush here, which has got like finishing foundation already that I used earlier. I'm not putting anything else on. I'm going to try and find my blotting sheet so we can try the test of later on of it not kind of separating. So we'll try and blot at that stage and we'll see how that works out. But for now, so far, I love this. See you soon. Look at my face, so oily, so shiny. Oh my God. I haven't blotted apart from the time when I used the actual brush. That's it. I've not done anything to my face. The time now, we have definitely hit the 12-hour mark. The time now, as you can see, is 9:26. So that's 12 hours. And this is my shiny and very, very oily face. However, having said that, what are my thoughts so far before I do the water test? Or should we do the water test first? Actually, let's do the blotting and let's see just how much. So I've got blotting sheets here. I'm just going to see just how much of the foundation is left, if any, or how much of it comes off of my face. So let's see. Very, very shiny nose. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And a very shiny face. Very, very shiny face. Yeah. Right. Okay. And just checking to see if anything comes off. I'm not pressing hard, so that's one sheet. I'm sorry if you look at this and think, ew. But unfortunately, when you are extremely oily, not just a little bit of a T-zone, you get used to kind of oiliness. It is what it is. Normally, under normal circumstances, I wouldn't have a foundation on for this length of time anyway. Usually is I wear foundation and makeup, and as soon as I'm out, actually, ooh, 2 sheets. Oh, okay. I'm chatting away there, and just 2 sheets is enough. That's not bad. Oh, that's actually quite good. 2 sheets after 12 hours of not blotting, and yeah, as you guys can see, this is the result. Well, okay, this is actually quite good. This is really, really good. Oh my goodness, I'm quite impressed. 2 sheets, and yes, there's quite a bit of discoloration, but the foundation is mainly in place. There is a little bit that's come off here as I pressed down. I can see the difference there. And there's a little bit here, but most of it is still in place. So the rest of the face, that is not bad. I'm impressed actually. So I'm just going to go and splash my face in water, and then we're going to try some tissue and see whether the foundation still remains. So this is my face. I'll come a bit closer so you can see. Can you see my mustache? Can you see the beard here? Can you? Maybe you don't want to see that. Maybe I don't want you to see that. Right, so face is all wet, went in, filled up the sink, splashed water all over my face, submerged my face in the water, splashed about, moved about a bit, and there you have it. I nearly lost my contact lens in the midst of it all. Isn't it bad when you go in and you've got contact lenses? You never want to get your eyes wet, because you know what happens? They all dry up and then your contact lenses start really feeling really itchy. So, but in the interest of experimenting and testing, this is what we're going to do. So let's just start with the tissue. And I'm just going to dab that in place. Okay. All right, Bobbi Brown. All right, Bobbi Brown Long Wear Lightweight Foundation. Okay. Now there's a bit of separation there, I can tell. That's not bad. That is actually very, very good. And around the eyes, my eye makeup is still in place. Okay, all right. Although a little bit's come off here. Oh my God. Look at that. The things I have to do in the interest of it. Now I've got my eye makeup all over the place. So, right, so that's more than enough. Would I class this as a waterproof? No, I wouldn't, because I can see a remarkable difference even more now. Here on my forehead, I can see different bits coming off. And here as well, there's a greater discoloration around here, and also some parts here. But the biggest one I can see separation is around here and on my forehead. So for me, and you can see here, I hope that you can see, but there is actually a difference. I noticed it, and also a little bit around my nose. Not by a massive amount, admittedly, but I wouldn't call this, I mean, and the water that I actually put my face in was actually more slightly hot, above lukewarm. So for me, I would not class this as waterproof. Really, if you're looking to be able to splash in and splash out and splash, good luck to you. I'm just saying, good luck to you. Sweat proof, I would actually say that that's actually a fair point, because to be honest, although it's been cold outside, I've been even all this time cooking dinner, face over a hot stove, and everything. So I've had a chance to actually get a heat on my face and be able to test out the sweat proofness of it. And as you guys saw, the foundation was mainly there before. It still sort of is, but it isn't perfect. I can see around the mouth area that is not perfect, and that's not how I would want my foundation to look afterwards. Anyway, in conclusion, would I recommend this? Hell yes, I will still recommend this. If you are a less oily person, or an oily person who has got normal skin, and you want a lightweight foundation that is still full coverage, this thing does the business. I mean, it really does. If you are extremely oily, then obviously you've got, you know, certain hacks that you can take into account, such as powdering foundation and stuff like that, and also powder before foundation. And of course, you can blot throughout the day and help mattify the face throughout the day, and that will make a huge difference. This is a very extreme kind of test that I'm doing here. Most people wouldn't be wearing foundations for 12 hours or 16 hours at a time. I wouldn't recommend it unless you're stuck in the middle of nowhere and you can't get the makeup off. Otherwise, it's never a good idea anyway. So I would definitely say I'm glad I actually got this. I am going to keep this particular color. I might have to change it in the summertime. The difference with it is that my neck area is a lot more yellow. This doesn't look too bad because of the lighting here, but believe me, in normal daylight, there is a remarkable difference, but that's my own issue anyway. But I'll keep this color. If I didn't mention it before, the color I've got is number 7 Almond, which I think is actually warm almond, because there's a cool almond, which I'm not cool skin whatsoever. Also, I would advise you to pop into John Lewis and actually do an actual test. And one of the best way to actually find it, to get a color match, is take one of your favorite foundation that's actually a perfect color match for you, and then take a little bit of it, put a little bit at the back of your hand, and then get them to actually put a little swatch there on your hand. Walk about for a few minutes. And the reason why I'm recommending this is because we tried a few foundations which were against my Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation, and my color is R520, and initially all the others I could tell they were not quite right. When we put in the Almond, the number 7 next to it, first of all, the Almond color looks slightly lighter. By the time I actually got from that area to the till and paid for the item, the Almond one was slightly darker than my shade. So that tells you, or that tells me that it actually oxidizes. So just in case, take that into account and get them to test it that way and walk about the store and make sure that it doesn't oxidize. And then if you get the right shade, then that's fine. Also, I would advise to take, if you can't do that, take a sample, and they do give free samples as well, and buy your bottle and then test out the sample. And if the sample works, great, you keep the bottle. If it doesn't, you can return it and exchange it, so that way you don't lose your money. Other than that, I am very, very pleased that I actually bought this. I'm happy with it. And this is something that I would wear. It is so lightweight. Despite having worn this for 12 hours, it is super, super light. It is one of the lightest foundation I've ever actually worn. I am so impressed with how light that is. I literally forgot that I had foundation on. Even when I saw that how oily my nose was, it still didn't feel as if my pores were clogged up, and sometimes you get that really heavy feeling on your skin. That's when you know you need to get that crap off your face. Sorry, but I didn't have that feeling at all. Thank you for watching. As usual, don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. I do appreciate it very much, and I will speak to you very soon. Bye.